Too much positivity can hurt you. Let me elaborate. Sometimes by being too optimistic or being too positive, we end up dismissing our own feelings because we pretend it's not there. We tell ourselves when we're going under the stress that, oh, I should be feeling optimistic, oh, I should be feeling good. Or when someone asks us, how are you doing? And then you say, oh, I feel good, right? Again, that's toxic positivity because you're not really acknowledging how you truly feel. And that can turn into pent up anger because you're not really being true to your emotions. It sounds good in hindsight, but you're not really being true to yourself when you're not being honest with yourself. So you're asking, how can this be harmful? Well, when you're not being honest with yourself or with others, you start to lose trust in yourself because you're not addressing the main issue. You're just covering the issue with the band-aid of positivity. And you don't deserve that. You deserve to acknowledge your pain as uncomfortable as it is, because I know it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. It's important for you to acknowledge the struggles, but at the same time also giving yourself grace for experiencing that, because we think to ourselves, oh, if I'm thinking negatively about this, I'm a failure because I'm not thinking the right way. And that's not how this works, okay? You're not a failure because you think negatively when you're having a hard time. But there's definitely ways you can go about it without also really dismissing your character or others. One way would be to honestly just name your emotions. If you feel frustrated, just say out loud, I feel frustrated. If you're mad, say, I feel mad. By naming your emotions, you take the power out of them and you gain back control of your emotions. So next time you feel frustrated or you feel mad, or take back the control by naming them. Another way to cope with this is honestly sitting with the emotion. Now, I'm not saying go dwell on it, right, for like 5 years, but sit on the emotion, take about like 5 minutes to process it. And then once you process the emotion, whether it's a family member or a friend, go ahead and talk to them. Let them know how you feel. I feel frustrated. I feel mad. Another thing is, let's say you don't want to talk to someone, journal it. And if you don't feel like writing, do a voice memo. Thank God for technology that we now have voice memos on our Androids and iPhones. So take the time out of your day to process the emotion and really feel it. Don't dismiss any part of it. Don't try to think like, oh, I'll be fine. I can handle this. Like, for the time being, like, no, sit with the emotion. As uncomfortable as it is, sit with it, and you'll feel much better once you let it out by talking it out with someone, okay? The last thing would probably be just really my favorite method is honestly just having a balanced mindset. So for example, let's say I'm struggling, right? But you also don't want to be too negative, too optimistic. Say, I feel frustrated, but I know I can work through this, right? That's one example. Another example would be, I'm not feeling my best, but I know I can push through the day. Another example would be, honestly, I know what I'm going through is hard, but I know I can work through this. These are all ways of having a balanced mindset. And again, you're not being too optimistic, you're not being too negative, you're being balanced. And everyone has a different balance, so find what works best for you, and then you'll be able to better manage your emotions and how you deal with negativity. So remember, guys, processing your emotions may make you a stronger person, and you're resilient no matter what you face. You're allowed to feel your emotions without ignoring them. And you don't have to be positive. You don't even have to force positivity to feel mentally tough. Like, you just have to process your emotions. Struggles do not define you. They help you grow. And your emotions don't control you. You can work through them. At the end of the day, when it comes about positivity or mental toughness for that sake, it's all about honesty. It's not about pretending. And at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. And you have to be healthy when doing so. So trust yourself enough to navigate through your emotions. And I promise you, you'll be a much more better person off that way, rather than dismissing your own struggles with toxic positivity. If you like more videos like this one, please subscribe, share it if you liked it, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this, okay? Please take care.